Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Nicholas Raw, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today we have Sunday games of the NFL Wildcard Playoffs. We've got starting at 1 o'clock, we have the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Tennessee Titans. We have at 4:40, we have the Bears heading to New Orleans to take on the Saints, and then we have the nightcap of the 8:15 game of the Browns versus the Steelers. It should be a fun day of games, so let's get right into it. Our first game of the day, a pair of 11 and 5 teams here, with the Baltimore Ravens heading to Tennessee to play the Titans, the fifth-ranked Ravens. Got into a wild card spot with their win against the Bengals last week. The Titans won the division with a win against the Texans last week as well. These teams actually played in the playoffs last year, and the Titans dominated. They won, I think, 28-12. The Ravens couldn't stop the run, and they just controlled that game with Derrick Henry. And honestly, I've kind of seen no reason why they shouldn't be able to do that today. Looking at injury reports, no Titans players have carried a designation to today, which is kind of crazy for this time of year. On the other hand, Ravens have a bunch of players that are questionable today. They have Marlon Humphrey, wide receiver Willie Snead, offensive tackle DJ Fluker, center Patrick Mekari, defensive end Ngakoue, Jimmy Smith, cornerback Jimmy Smith, guard Ben Brenson are all questionable for today, but they don't have anyone labeled out. As for this game, I'm going to go with the Titans here, +3, and I'm may look at that plus 145 as well. One thing I just see is this is just a bad matchup for the Ravens. The Ravens can't stop the run. The Titans, all they do is run, or not all they do, but that's how they can control the game. I think Derrick Henry's going to have a field day today, probably 150 to 200 yards, my guess. So I think the Titans dominate this game on the ground, get a lead early, and just run away with this game. Give me the Titans +3 and the plus 145. My model has the Ravens winning by 2.8 points, so only 0.2 points of value on this line, but I like the Titans to win today's game. Next, we have the Chicago Bears heading to New Orleans to take on the Saints. It is a 10.5 point spread, -520, run back of plus 415 for the Bears. And the Bears just limped into the playoffs where they lost against the Packers, but got lucky with the Rams knocking off the Arizona Cardinals so they can get that last playoff spot. And now they head to the Saints coming off of a win against Carolina. And they got an NFC South championship this year. 12-4 Saints, and the Bears come into this game 8-8. So not a great season from them, but Mitch Trubisky has been great. It's been good down the line. Looking at some injuries, though, this Bears team is going to be hurting today, I think. Darnell Mooney, wide receiver, is out, and also leading tackler, linebacker Roquan Smith are also out, along with Buster Skrine, a defensive back. Questionable players, linebacker Josh Woods, defensive back Jalen Johnson, and then Allen Robinson was a limited participant in practice this week, but I believe he is going to play this game. As for the Saints, guard Nick Easton and defensive end Trey Henderson are out. So they don't have too many injuries here. But looking at this line, I just think it's way too many points for this Bears team. They're a scrappy defensive team. And as you can tell with that -120, they don't really want this line to go down to 10. So we're going to be taking the Chicago Bears plus 10.5 for this game. My model has the Saints winning by 9.2 points, creating 1.3 points of value on this line. But that 1.3 goes over the 10, which I think is a very key number. This can easily be a 27-17, 31-21 type of game, and you're going to want to have that half point with the Bears. So we're taking Chicago here, plus 10.5 versus the Saints. And then finally, we have the Cleveland Browns heading to the Pittsburgh Steelers, 6-point spread, -275 for the Steelers, plus 230 for the Browns. Browns making the playoffs for the first time since, I believe, 2005. So it's been a while for them, and it's kind of rough for them. They lost their head coach to COVID this week. It's just they've been rabbled with COVID stuff. Looking at looking at their injury list, offensive tackle Jack Conklin, defensive end Myles Garrett, cornerback T.J. Mitchell, Donovan Peoples-Jones, defensive tackle Sheldon Richardson, M.J. Stewart, and then guard Wyatt Taylor are all questionable for this game. And with the COVID, they lost obviously Kevin Stefanski and a couple other coaches. Also, Denzel Ward, Kevin Johnson, Joel Bitonio, and KhaDarel Hodge, are all out with COVID today. So this team, and I feel bad for Joel Bitonio. He's a longtime Brown, and the one time they make the playoffs here, he's out. As for the Steelers, they're kind of like the Titans. They didn't have any designated injury designations. I believe Boswell is questionable with a groin injury, and then Joe Hayden's out with COVID. But I think this game kind of was supposed to be a great matchup. I think it opened up as a 4.5 point line, and unfortunately, this game is kind of like a couple other games this year, killed by COVID, really. And we're gonna go with the Steelers here -6. My model has them winning by 9.9 points, so 3.9 points of value on that line. The Steelers, I think, are a no doubt pick tonight against the Browns. It's just going to be a tough ask for the Browns here with without their head coach and with a bunch of players out and a bunch of players questionable that we don't know if they're going to play. So I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers here -6, and hopefully better luck next year, Browns, because your fan base has been tortured. But yeah, so let's quickly go over our plays for the day. We have the Titans +3 and potentially the +145 money line. We have the Bears at +10.5, and the Pittsburgh Steelers at -6 versus the Browns to win that game as well. That is going to just about wrap up this video. If this information was helpful to you guys at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe down below and turn on push notifications so you guys are notified every single time we come out with a video here at Real Sports Bets. We have daily content on this channel for NFL with the playoffs coming through. We're going to go all the way up through Super Bowl. College basketball, we're doing every day except for Sundays for right now. Sundays are the only days I don't do college basketball. Tomorrow is the national championship for college football, so we're going to have a video for that tomorrow. UFC is returning in 6 days. Esports, my brother's going to be doing a bunch of different esports. I think starting with tonight as well with the LPL. Then NBA, we're doing that every single day. WNBA starts in a few months. 3 days till hockey. I am hyped for hockey. That's going to be daily content on this channel as well. And then MLB in a few months. But that is going to basically wrap up this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe and have those post notifications on. And that's going to do it. Let's make some money tonight. Let's cash some tickets. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.